Welcome to the HealthiHer podcast. Your host, Dr. Amy Brenner, is a board-certified OBGYN with additional certifications in functional and integrative medicine. This podcast is meant to help women find reliable, relevant information to help them feel better, look better, and live better. Here you will hear in-depth information about hormones, sexual medicine, aesthetics, cosmetic gynecology, and functional medicine.
Hey there, podcast listeners, and welcome to our last episode of Season 1 in the year of 2021. I want to end this season and talk about the importance of taking a break. We all need breaks from things in our life. Certainly, the most probably common thing that we say we want to take a break from is work. And with the holidays approaching, hopefully you'll be able to get some time off from work. I know I'm really looking forward to having my kids home for an extended period of time and getting together with my sister and her family and my parents and my stepdaughter and her husband coming in town and just taking some extended time off from work to hang out around the house, do puzzles, play games, watch movies, watch sports. And I hope you can take a break from work also. But I also think it's important to take breaks from other things in our lives. For instance, exercising. I'm a huge proponent of exercise, but exercising every day and too much of something is also not a good thing. So it is important to give yourself some time off from exercise. Taking a break from food. I don't think we've specifically talked in Season 1 about fasting and the benefits of fasting, but it is important to really on a daily basis to give your body a break from food, and specifically try not to eat for the last 2 to 3 hours before you go to bed and not eating for the first 2 hours that you're awake. If you can do longer than that, even better, but that's a good place to start. When you're constantly snacking throughout the day, it doesn't give your body any time to rest because it's always focused on digestion. So there's a slew of health benefits to giving your gut a rest and letting your body heal other aspects of the body. We'll have to talk about that more in another episode in Season 2. Taking a break from technology. Certainly, this is something I really kind of harp on my kids about, but it's something that I really need to work on as well as the new year rolls around, of taking a break from technology and really maybe one day a week of getting rid of the phone and not being on social media and not being on the computer. So at least one day a week of taking a break from technology. I'm personally really good about that when I go on vacation, of putting my phone and work and email away. But I need to be better about that just on a kind of day-to-day basis or week-to-week basis of taking a break from technology. And also sometimes it is good to take a break from people and having alone time. And whatever you do during that alone time, I personally like to, go in my bathtub and close the door and read a book, even going on walks with my dogs and just making sure I find some alone time. So I hope you can relate to some of these things and take a break. And on that note, we're going to be ending the season of this podcast and taking a break from the podcast. And we'll catch you again in Season 2 in 2022. And we'll talk more about all aspects of hormones, such as our sex steroids, insulin, thyroid, adrenals, more info on sexual wellness, and other lifestyle choices. So catch you next year.
Thank you for listening to this episode of HealthiHer. You can find us on Instagram, Facebook, and the web. Go to www.dramybrenner.com to learn more. This podcast is for general information only and does not constitute as medical advice, the practice of medicine, nursing, or other healthcare services. no patient-physician relationship is formed. The information in the podcast and any references, material or links are at the sole discretion of the listener and not meant to be a substitute for professional medical advice, diagnosis or treatment. Listeners should not delay or disregard obtaining medical advice for any medical issues or diagnoses that they may have, and should seek medical advice from their healthcare provider for any such conditions.